When you're done casting, you need to visit my new ice cream truck. Hold up. Hold the fucking... Whoa! When you're done casting, you need to visit my new ice cream truck opened up in Los Angeles called Ice Wallow You got me so excited. I thought I was gonna get free ice cream. Why would you bait me with ice cream, you fucker? I saw ice cream truck and I was like, wait, what? Slacks is getting me and Gabe breakfast because we're still quarantined. How do you handle jet lag? Not very well. Not very well considering the fact that I went to bed at 9:30 and woke up at 2:30. Also not very well because I don't have my luggage, so I don't have my sleeping pills to help me power through the first night. It helps a lot if I can just sleep a full, 8 hours the first night. Bugger about the luggage? Yeah, it sucks. I have no clothes. I'm wearing the same clothes that I flew around in. It sucks. It's not good. It's gross. It's gross. From our Amsterdam to Bucharest flight, I flew with Gabe, Scriff, Wepas, and BSJ. So I talked to them a fair amount. And then I traveled with Ellie, but once I got to the hotel, I talked to Bruno and another Valve employee that you guys probably wouldn't know. That sounded so fucking... You probably wouldn't know. I've now been in this hotel room for probably about 16 hours. Still waiting on the test results. Once the test results come and they're negative, I can leave my hotel room. But until then, I'm here. I'm stuck here. Oh, the test result will be negative? Me too. But honestly, I'm waiting on Slacks. He's getting me a full omelet. Lyrical placed his order with Slacks, and I just said whatever Lyrical gets, and then I'll also take a full omelet. So, yeah. Slacks is, because there's no crowd, he no longer has a job, so now he's become the food delivery boy. Very good. You know, it'd be fucked up. Slacks knocks on your door and eats the food down the hallway. I just look out and there's Slacks. Just eating food. Eating my food. Staring at me. Holding a camera, recording me the entire time. Get back in your room. Will we get no TI hype without an audience? That's not true. Do you think the Animajor wasn't hype? We've had 2 majors without an audience. There's still hype. Like, obviously it's not going to be as good. There's going to be a certain je ne sais quoi. A certain bit of magic's going to be missing, for sure. But that doesn't mean it's not going to be a great tournament. It doesn't mean it isn't going to be hype. And production and talent will do what they can to make the best of the situation and try and make it hype for you guys. And hopefully we put on a good show. Do you think your voice line is the best among the casters? No. Effie's voice line is very good. Very much like Slacks's. Slacks. I'm gonna buy Slacks's for sure. Casters have a bigger role for hyping without an audience. I think so too. Sometimes the crowd is so loud that you can't even hear what the commentator is saying. So with no crowd, you only hear the commentator, right? So it's the commentator's job becomes more important for sure. What underdog you think will go further at TI? Chances, I mean, depends on underdog and what's your definition of an underdog? Is Team Spirit an underdog at this point? Because I would have said Team Spirit, but I'm not sure if they're an underdog anymore after they got second at Dota Pit, you know? Yeah, that's the thing, Elephant is a qualifier team. Are they an underdog? I highly doubt it, right? There's a lot of team backing them. I think, legitimately, if you don't think Quincy Crew is an underdog, maybe you think Undying is an underdog. I could see Undying doing very well. I could see Team Spirit doing very well. I think SG, going very far is also, subjective, right? I could see SG... People are probably expecting SG to be one of the first teams out, whether 17th, 18th, or 13th through 16th, but I actually think that they might get 9th through 12th, which in my opinion is an upset. I know if you're a South American fan, you're like, what? No, don't you know anything about SG? Don't you know anything about the Brazilians? They're destined to be top 6.
Who would win in a war, 40 Jenkinses or 35 Slacks? I think you could lower that number down to like 20 Slackses, and the Slackses would win. You look like you're dying. Twitch chat, you're such a flatterer.
Whoa! Are you jet lagged right now? You do not look good. You and jet lag should be on other sides of the room, cause it does not go well together.
Ooh, I hear a knock on my door.
Who is it? Wait, no, come back. Bye. I love you. Thank you for the food.
Who's your top 5 Dota analysts? Like actual full-time analysts? Cinnamon, Fog, BSJ, Kyle. People shit on Kyle a lot, but he is a legitimate analyst. He's just a clown. That's all. Do people actually shit on Kyle? The internet does. We, as his friends, we also shit on him, but it's different. It's a different kind of shitting on him. I occasionally will check in with Kyle to make sure that the things that I've said when I make fun of him don't make him feel bad. I always give my friends shit. It's how a lot of Western male relationships occur. It can get toxic sometimes. That's where you have to make sure that it's banter and you're not actually hurting somebody's feelings. That's why you give them a genuine checkup every once in a while. Who likes slimy bacon here? Who likes slimy bacon and who likes crispy bacon? Because I don't like mine too crispy, but I would prefer to edge on the side of crispy than slimy. Press 1 if you like slimy. Press 2 if you like crispy. I remember ESL1 Frankfurt. I think it was like the first or second one. The after party. And Cinderin and I have always gotten along pretty well. I like Cinderin a lot. And I remember Cinderin just coming up to me at this after party. And he was holding 2 drinks. And I had already had like 1 drink, maybe 2. And I don't like actually getting drunk. I don't drink that much. In fact, right now, I don't drink at all. And he's holding 2 drinks. And he just comes up to me. And he says, neither one of us is leaving until these drinks are empty. Actually, I think he was holding 4. I think he gave me 2 and had 2 for himself. I think that's what it was. And I try and tell Cinderin, like, I'm not gonna drink that much. And he's like, neither one of us are leaving. And I'm like, I'm not gonna drink that. And so Cinderin goes and he starts drinking one of his drinks. And I started drinking one of my drinks, but then I put the second drink that he gave me off to like the side. And and then I convinced him that I already chugged 1 full drink. I took like I was doing the thing where, you know, like it looked like I was drinking, but it was just going up against my upper lip and I wasn't actually consuming anything, you know. And then I did this switch out where I grabbed somebody, like I put my drink to the side and I grabbed somebody else's empty drink. And then I just go back and like switch real quick. And I was like, yeah, I downed it. I don't know if he believed me or not, but he had been drinking, so it's possible. Form a zombie apocalypse team. A Left 4 Dead apocalypse team. 4 people. You only get 4 people. What 4 people are you choosing and why? I have my answer to this, and I think my answer is actually very, very smart. I'm prepared. I mean, this fucking COVID situation and us being like quarantined and stuff like this is what I think about, all right? If the world goes to shit, right? Because if you think about it, the way that this whole thing is set up, we travel together to various parts of the world. If the world were to just totally shut down somehow, we lose all communication with the outside world. We would just have... it's like very similar to every single zombie apocalypse movie that you've ever seen, where there's just ragtag group of people put together from various parts of the world, right? It's like that's always a thing. in zombie apocalypses. There's always, like, for whatever reason, they're from, like, every corner of the world, right? That is kind of what the situation is, right? So, Lizard would be one of them, need the muscles. Jenkins, Kyle, Slacks, and BSJ. Why would you choose that group? Oh my god. Of Dota talent. Let's keep it at Dota talent. Let's not go into players, okay? Purge is from Wisconsin and his family hunts. I don't know if Purge has ever hunted, though. Slacks is insanely smart, will keep you all alive psychologically. It's true. Cap, Lizard, BSJ, and Slacks for decoy. Good. The one problem with Slacks is that he tends to be loud and his voice does carry. So zombie apocalypse, he might be the guy who ends up drawing a bunch of zombies to you, you know? So you got to think about that. Lacoste is a survivor. I could see it. Jenkins, Kyle, Slacks, and BSJ are the first to die. Like, all four of those are the first to die, or BSJ is the first to die. But, like, okay, Left 4 Dead, you know, you're not bringing along a fourth guy just to get him killed, you know? Bait's not a real role. Bait's not a real role in the zombie apocalypse, all right? The bait is the people you meet along the way. The bait is the people outside of your tribe. Very quickly, you're going to develop tribalism, right? It's us against them, right? A fight for survival. So the bait is the people outside of your tribe. That's the people who you feed to the zombies. Not within your own tribe, because that naturally breaks down the mini society that you have. You can no longer trust each other, right? You cut loose that fourth guy, then all of a sudden the other two guys are also thinking, like, would he do that to me as well? So bait isn't a real role in the zombie apocalypse game, okay? Slacks, Cat, Blitz, Sind. AY will be the brains. Jenkins, in case I have to resort to cannibalism, he can show me the ropes. That's true. Jenkins succumbs first. Alternatively, Jenkins, the lone survivor. Purge would get bitten, and he'd be like, guys, I think it's important to tell you. I think it's, and I've reached a bit of an ethical dilemma, and I think it's important to be able to tell you guys that I have been bitten, and in order to maximize the survival rate of everyone else, I think you should all leave me behind, or perhaps we can use me in some sort of way to bait the zombies and give you all a better chance of surviving. That would be Purge. Purge is too good of a guy to hide a bite. Purge is too good of a human being to do that to other people. Purge is not hiding the zombie bite. I know Trent's the first person I get. I know Trent is going to know how to survive. Trent very likely knows some sort of hunting skills or something like that. I think I've asked him if he's hunted before. I can't remember what his answer was. I know he chops firewood, so I know he's got some muscle going on there. I know that he is the kind of person to be able to, like, make this work. Trent is number one. Number two is Lyrical. Now, Lyrical is your brawn, right? Lyrical also performs double duty. The thing is about this, you can't just pick somebody for one thing that they give to you, right? Much like Trent, who is a handyman and can do a lot of things, Lyrical serves two different purposes. Lyrical is the brawn, right? He's the tank. He's the guy who's like, oh my god, the zombies are coming. We need to knock down this door. Lyrical's the guy who's going to be able to knock down that door for you, right? Lyrical's the guy who's going to be able to lift somebody else to get up on the second floor in order to loot the fucking room up there. You know, Lyrical is the base of the pyramid. Lyrical's that guy, right? Plus, he's also a cook, right? Very important. Zombie apocalypse. It's not all about shooting and fucking outrunning zombies, right? It's still apocalypse. So you gotta be able to do from nothing, be able to survive, right? So you gotta be able to loot. You gotta know how to be able to cook. So Lyrical is the other one that some people mention, but I feel like you got to think about it all the way through. Lyrical is the other zombie apocalypse partner that you want. But I am very determined. Me
Trent, Lyrical. I'll sell myself here. I put myself in there because, obviously I'm going to be there. I know how to fire a weapon. That's the biggest thing. Is I since I was in the military, I know how to fire rifles, right? So that's a good skill to have. Relatively athletic, I guess. Some leadership skills, some survival skills. I'm just a good guy to be able to have at a zombie apocalypse scenario. The fourth person, that's your crucial 3 right there. That's a crucial 3. The fourth one, somebody sell me on the fourth member of my apocalypse team. Blitz wears glasses, that could be a liability. True. AEY for the brains, true. Curtis always says that he has terrible cardio, so that may be a problem. You guys are saying smarts. What smart scenario? I feel like this is almost a little too Hollywood-esque, where it's like, we need a tech guy. We need a guy who does the hacking. We need like the intellectual. Like in a zombie apocalypse, how important is intelligence? If you have a literal genius, let's say AUI is a literal genius, which he is incredibly smart. I don't know if he's a literal genius or at least close enough to one, but AUI is a very smart guy. But his difference of intelligence versus the other 3 in this apocalypse team, what does that accomplish for us that the 3 of us can't figure out? Like Purge, I think, is a good answer, but my reason is not because of Purge's intelligence, it's because of Purge's practicality. Purge, I think, will do what is best for the team. So that is, but it's not because Purge smart, it's because Purge very rational and in that regard. Rich fucking Campbell. I'm not putting Rich on my apocalypse team. William, you will need to interact with other people outside of your crew. If anything, managing interactions with humans will be important. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. Plus, William is buff as fuck. So William can be another strong person. William is naturally a survivor, and I think he's good at enduring pain. There's like a lot of good things there to put it for Blitz. But Blitz is my best friend, so I'm naturally going to put him in there anyway. So, of course, Blitz would be in my zombie apocalypse team, but the reason why, that's important. Slacks got first aid training for his kid, which I think can, you know how to do CPR in an infant, you theoretically understand how to do CPR on a full-grown adult. I don't know how much practical training most of the Dota talent have. Like, some of them have degrees, but I don't know if any of them have it in something that is useful in a zombie apocalypse scenario. Remember Purge talking about being a nurse on Suns Fans podcast? Another one for Purge then. Purge has some idea of medicine. Excellent. Do you think Mason can compete in today's scene? I think if he wanted to, he could definitely be on a tier 2 NA team for sure. How far up the ladder he could go, I don't really know. He's obviously skilled enough to be like within shooting distance of being on a tier 1 team. I mean, TI4 Mason was a beast. I don't think he would want to though, right? I think he's got a pretty good streaming situation going on right now. If you could choose one Dota talent, if you could choose one talent to go in a 1v1 fight, who would you pick and why would it be Jenkins? Jenkins is a weak, depraved man. It would be easy to beat him in a fight and it would probably do the world good. Why Valve no invite Bulldog? Because they hate him. Gabe told me himself that he would have invited Bulldog, but he said, and I quote, if I saw him, I don't know if I'd be able to restrain myself from lunging at him with a steak knife, ripping his throat out. I was like, Jesus Christ, Gabe, I didn't know you hated Bulldog so much. Yeah, that's the reason they didn't invite Bulldog, is that Gabe Newell would go into a homicidal rage and kill him if he saw him in person. So why is Elephant going to win TI? Because they're full of legends who have done it before not win TI, but they've done it before, as in go to the grand finals of TI. They were being dragged down by Red Panda. He was the source of all their woes. And now they've got Super, a man who is able to do pretty well in Dota with one of the smallest mid-hero pools. Think about that. That man won so many games just like DK, Razor, and like fucking Viper or some shit. We'll see if honestly, Chinese qualifiers was pretty dog shit. I know there are gonna be some fans, some fucking hipster Dota fans who are like, well, actually, all the best Dota teams, all the best Dota 2 teams are all in China. The 17th best Chinese team would beat the best #1 European team any day of the week. I'm sure there's gonna be some fan who thinks that, but Chinese qualifiers was actually pretty dog shit because all the Chinese teams had already qualified. It was literally just fucking eHome versus Elephant. It was legitimately the only competition there. Chinese qualifier was not good because all the good Chinese teams were already in, bar just 2. Jenkins is wholesome and honorable. You can't just lie to me. I love you, Jenkins. You don't actually smell bad. Not that I've noticed, anyway. Cap sniffs me all the time. He knows the smell. It's masculinity. It's true, I do assert my dominance over Jenkins as much as often. As much as possible. Sugar-free Red Bull. Diet Coke. Or is it Diet Pepsi? It's Diet Pepsi. I'm so sorry, Jenkins. I didn't mean to insult your diet beverage choices. You'd see this man just fucking ripping into this corpse with his bare teeth. And then between bites, he'd just go and all of a sudden pull out he'd be two-handing Diet Pepsi into his mouth and then go right back to eating the corpse again. How would the Jenkins, Slacks, Cinder, and Suns fan zombie apocalypse team be rated? Honestly, 10 for 10 in the hilarity department. You would have a super great time with that team. They would be so fun to hang out with. But that would only last for about 3 hours, and then you would probably get ripped apart by zombies. So, but again, you'd be having a great time for that first 3 hours. How long could one tolerate Kyle's hot takes in an apocalyptic scenario? You know, Kyle would be like, I was doing some thinking, and I actually don't think the zombies are the bad guys. In a way, they're kind of like, we should be more like the zombies. I can see Kyle starting a conversation like that and just being like, what the fuck, Kyle? What? Where is this going? I think the funniest intro that I listened to Jenkins was like something about, it was so real. He talks about hiding his emotional vulnerability behind like jokes with his friend, like something like that. How did breakfast here at work? My manager is AFK. I got breakfast from Slacks. Slacks gave me breakfast. Breakfast, I think, isn't supposed to be delivered until 9:30, which I don't know why they made it 9:30, because most of us are going to be jet lagged and wanting food before 9:30. So, but legitimately, Slacks, who has already gone through his quarantine and got his test back, got food for me and delivered it to my room because he's a nice guy. Underneath all that depravity, I'm going to turn off the stream now. Okay, I'm gonna go. I may or may not do this again, depending on when I get my luggage and how bored I become. But this was fun. I like hanging out with you guys. Please join the Discord so I can hang out with you more. Alright, I'm taking off. Goodbye.